Today we are going to be discussing something very interesting, something very special, something of interest. Today in our daily celebration, we are going to be discussing and at the same time celebrating World Football Day. It's a very special and unique celebration. The UN National Assembly has just declared May 24 as World Football Day. So, and we all know the impact of football, especially in the life of our youths. Gone were the days when football was seen as just, a child's play. But now, so many young people have been empowered through football. So today, we are going to be discussing the benefits of football and then see how we can showcase and harness some of the young talents, especially in the rural areas. We have in our midst here the Vice President of the South National Youth Council. Please, my brother, can you introduce yourself, please, better?
My name is Innocent Ajayi, the National Vice President, South of National Youth Council of Nigeria. Thank you.
You're welcome, my dear. Hello, can you just Innocent who?
Innocent Ajayi.
Go ahead. Let's get the introduction again, please. Go ahead.
Yeah, I said I'm Innocent Ajayi. I am the National Vice President, South National Youth Council of Nigeria.
My dear brother, you are welcome. Congratulations for that position. And
thank you very much, sir.
Let's begin by telling us a bit about the National Youth Council.
Well, the National Youth Council came on board far back 1964 by the Act of Parliament. And there is an organization that have a national structures from national to the world level. For example, at the national level, the head of the organization in total is called the National President. Then the National President, we have the Deputy National President, and we have the six Vice President according to 6 geopolitical zone. So that's the financial secretary and otherwise. So we also have at the state level, they are called, the state level we call the chairman. I was once a chairman about 8 years ago. We call the chairman, we also have the deputy chairman. So in the senatorial district, where we have the Edo North, Edo Central, and Edo South, we call the vice chairman of each of these senatorial districts. Then the National Youth Council is a youth organization. Why is it called a council? It is various youth organization who comes together and agree to form this organization so that they can be speaking on one voice. For example, let's say the Catholic Youth Organization is an affiliate body of the National Youth Council.
Okay.
We have the Ahmadiyya, we have the Muslim youth, we have the Anglican youth, we have the Boys Brigade, we have the Mambo, we have the Boy Scouts, so on and so forth. Those are organizations that comes in. One, you cannot, as far as you are a youth of this country, you are a member of the National Youth Council. But if you want to participate, talking about you want to contest election, you cannot sponsor yourself. It is the organization that you belong. That means if you are a member of a man of war, it is that organization that will sponsor you to any election level, any level you want to attend in the youth council. I think that is how the council operates. Then it is the council that have the authoritative voice to speak on any national issue. Then we now have the local government level. The local government level, in the 774 local government, we have they are called coordinator. The head of the local government is called coordinator. Then you also have deputy coordinator, secretary, and so forth. At the level of the ward, they are called councillors.
Okay.
Those leaders of the ward, they call them councillors. So that's what councillors.
Thank you very much. And
Thank you.
how many states are under your jurisdiction?
The
South.
entire state of the South.
Which states are those?
Bayelsa, Delta, Cross River, River State. I repeat again, Edo, Delta, Bayelsa, Cross River, Rivers State, then Akwa Ibom State.
Okay, thank you very much. Now, what has been your achievement, especially in the area of bringing the young people together and making your presence felt in the society? Have there been any concrete achievement on that?
Yeah, there are a lot. Like, for example, let me use a case study now. For example, now we are celebrating International Football Day.
Okay.
And in Edo, I think this youth council, this youth council competition they normally do on all the local government, the 18 local government of Edo State. Where a particular local government will host those local governments to participate in football. I just use Edo as a case study. So I came back from Akwa Ibom, I think about 5-6 days ago. In Akwa Ibom State, they did a program on this anti-drugs, where issues affecting our young people, especially on the issue of drugs. And we sat down, we looked at it properly, and the solution was profile on it. And that program hosted about 310 youths across Akwa Ibom State. Then also in Cross River, I was in Cross River, I was at the last spot. Cross River also did a program talking about the youth awareness in civic responsibility. So I'm just giving this background to let you know that Youth Council is one organization that really have bet on the young people positively.
Oh, well, it's good to know that. Thank you very much. Now, the topic of the day, World Football Day. What can you say about this topic?
Well, let me first of all use this opportunity to congratulate the entire youth of South National Administration Nigeria, because it is clear that those that participate actively in football are youth. Understanding football is the most generally accepted sport in the world. And football is a sport that is made up of two teams who have about 11 players, making 22 persons in the field. And football is one game that has brought unity to the world. Why do I say so? No matter what happens, when there's a football game, you see the excitement. Let me take Nigeria as a case study. If there's one game today that makes Nigeria to be more united and strong, it's football. Anytime Nigeria is playing a football match, you will never hear from Nigerians. I'm talking about those who are watching the match saying that this man is from Edo State. This man is an Igbo man. No, you don't hear that. You see the true spirit of Nigerians. Like what I always say in forum when I'm speaking, I make them to understand. Till we put in that football spirit in us, that is when Nigeria will go to the direction that we wanted it to be. So football have already created unity. Then to the youth again, if you understand one thing about football, football is one of these games that when you put all your energy and you know how to tap soccer, it's one game that if you look at those professionals, I don't think there's anybody who can earn the kind of money they are earning. So I will also use this opportunity to appeal to our leaders that it's good if we can begin to catch this out, catch people young on the issue of football. We have a lot of these people in the rural areas who doesn't have access to football. You might be surprised, let me say this, that it is difficult for some persons to buy a football. I'm talking about the ball. But I so much believe that if our leaders putting their interest in football and begin to catch our generation, catch the younger generations, young, I think in future Nigeria will be one of the best country when it comes to football. If as much that today Nigerians, and especially somebody from Edo State, have made us proud on the angle of football. I'm talking about music. So for me, I want to appeal to our leaders once again that there is need for us to begin to catch them young on time so that we can. They what they call football academies. There's nothing wrong when we have football academic in a different locality, talking about the local government level to the level. I think at this point we can catch them so that the children can begin to proceed from the world, from their locality, their community to the world, from the world to the local level, from local to state, and from state to the country and to the world in general. I'm talking about the general world, so that they will be proud that it was their country that developed them to that extent. I think those are the things I have to say from now, sir.
Oh yes, and you made a very important point. Catch them young, and then you mentioned football academy, because when you go to places like Brazil, it's not something that maybe they have to wait until there is tournament. There is an academy. People start from early stage to train. People go for football academy. Do we have such academy in Nigeria? Football academy. Do we have any?
Yes, I think. Let me use Edo as a case study. We have some, like for example, you have the Edo Queens. Now, at this point of having the Edo Queens, this is another level of the football. But on the issue of football academic, let me use Edo as a case study. I think there's some private individual. There's a boy that I know. His name is. He was a coordinator of Ovia Northeast Youth Council, who was a football academic that he normally catch them young, because I have opportunity there when I was the state chairman, National Council of Nigeria Edo State Chapter, to have flagged up the kind of play of an event where the sport was said. As you have said, it is not when there is a football tournament. It should be a natural thing.
Yeah.
That academic should be a thing that should be fair. But to me, I feel today that football academic are not really more stronger when it comes to state and national involvement. I think it was, I can say in Rivers State. I remember a time I was invited to, I think during the former governor of Rivers State, when they opened the football academic sport arena, that there's need for them to carry their young. But I know in Edo State that we have some private whatsoever. But I think it's the time for government and to understand that there is need for us to have football academy.
Oh, that would be wonderful. That would be wonderful. Now, how do we get our national teams? Who nominates them? How do we get all these young men who are representing Nigeria in the whole world?
Well, I think for what I understand that I knew is that when there's opening for them to have there's what they call screening for people to be able to have access to our national team. Now what they do is that they look at those people who have done well in their various clubs, both in Nigeria and outside the country. They will place an invitation to them to come and undergo the screening so that the best will not be selected. I think that is the level that I understand the process of selection to national team. So that is the level that I understand it.
I don't. You must have heard some rumors that there is no fairness. And we all know, like you rightly mentioned, that most of our young people, especially those in the rural area, they have nobody to project them. It all boils down that if you don't have anybody to connect you, no matter how gifted you are. So, what can you say about that?
I think it's still boiled down to what I was discussing earlier, that if the leaders, because what I understand to be a leader doesn't mean that you must be the head of a community, or you must be the president or a governor that makes you a leader. From family, the nomenclature of family, the father is the leader. So when you are in a community as a leader, you must understand the need to create an impact in the life of these young people. What do I mean by that? Is, for example, sir, like the young boy that I said about, his name is Fabo then. And what he told me then was that he has passion in football, and two, he also has passion to develop youth. So what he does is, he now buy a football, and there was what they call a tank crier. That if you are interested in football, you can come to the field and be playing. And moreover, there was something he said he was also doing. He was donating football and jersey to secondary schools. He just donate football to them. So I now asked him, I said, but see, always the secondary school sometimes, okay, I want to happen to the primary schools. He now said on the angle of the primary school, he doesn't donate jersey to them, just football give to them on the level of the primary school. And I said, thank you, God. That is, for you to catch them younger is to start them from the angle of the primary school. And I said, yes. And from what you said, you see, because of these rural people does not have access to the basic necessity, they won't have. It is difficult for them to move to higher level. So by the grace of God, with this day that has been set aside to celebrate football, it's already created the awareness in the minds of the people that there are people in the rural areas that need to be held on time and prepare them higher, so that at the end of the day, they will be the best of the best. And this can be possible if we, the leaders from those localities, talking about the religious leader, traditional leader in any right, to understand the need to hold these people together and push them forward. And let me say this. I remember now there's a footballer that played for Nigeria and also for international clubs. Today he has retired. I got to understand that he built 400 buildings, homes, and give it out as a charity.
Wow.
Just imagine if that young man was not picked at the younger age and prepared to that level. Would that kind of development come to his community? And the answer is no. So when you catch them young and you begin to develop them, you must understand that you are also developing the community. So understanding that you are developing the community, you are also developing the state, and also developing the nation. So my appeal again is for our leaders they should do their best to catch these people young and do the needful. And I want to say this strongly, that there is need for us to have football academic in the various local governments, so that our youth can participate in football, so that at the end of the day, they will be a better person in the society. Thank you.
Hey, thank you very much. And you just mentioned, you gave an example of a player who, donated house. What of the players in Nigeria? What have they done? And for instance, somebody like Kano, it's like he has a heart foundation. I don't know of that. Can you remember of any other players in Nigeria who have done something for the society?
Yes, the player I'm talking about I'm talking about Okocha.
Okay.
Who just built 400 homes, houses,
wow,
and donated to his community.
Good.
Thank you.
Can you remember other players who have done such?
Okay. I think there is this, what is his name again? Ironically, we took flight together at a time. What's the name of this young man? I think it was the captain in the last tournament that we did. I've forgotten his name. He made me to understand.
Is it Musa?
Yes. Thank you very much. Yeah. He told me something that as he is talking, he has over 1,000 persons in his foundation, people he pays school fees for.
Good. For
them to have access to education. So I somewhat believe that a lot of them are doing things, but they are not. It's not laudable in the media space.
Let's talk about the African Footballer of the Year.
Yeah. Talking about Osimhen. Yeah, I think at a date, I've not really heard his contribution to the society at today. I'm talking about because he's from Edo State.
Okay.
I've not been informed of that, but I am making a promise that I'm going to do my research and know what he has done. But if he has not, I want to use medium to appeal to him that God has taken higher today is the African Footballer of the Year. Somebody like Osimhen should do his best to have a football academy in Edo State, so that he can also catch them in a very younger age and grow them, so that in future he will be proud of himself, his contribution to the Edo people and Nigeria at large.
Our viewers all over the world, we are discussing World Football Day. And here in the studio is the Vice President of the National Youth Council, South Wing. So he's the one discussing with us. So if you have any question for him, you are free to come up, any contribution. Today is World Football Day. So, and any question at all, either that has to do with the National Youth Council or football, the topic we are discussing on. So let me ask you a question. If you have somebody, because you have put a challenge to us leaders, I am a religious leader, okay? And you have other political leaders. I so much believe in what you just said, because we should not just be focusing on the politicians, okay? If the politicians fail, the religious leaders should not fail. The traditional rulers should not fail. I don't know why we should even leave the development of our nation in the hands of politicians. Politicians will come and go. You know, most of these religious leaders, they don't have a tenure limit, okay? So they don't have a tenure limit, and that is where you made a very nice point. I want to appeal to our religious leaders, traditional rulers. You know, we can come up with something to help our youths. We can come up with something, and you have really put a challenge. And I will ask you a question straight. If I decide to host the South, now let's start with the South because charity begins at home. If I decide to host a tournament to mark this day against next year, will it be well organized? And I want it to be strictly National Youth Council that will organize it. I don't want it to be politicized, you know, because I want us to equally make use of the youth. Okay? So let's see whether you people can organize yourself. Do you think it will work out?
Let me first of all use this opportunity to thank you in advance for what you have just said. It takes a man who believes in youth empowerment to have said what you just said. It takes a man who has love for the youth. It takes a man who understands that the youth are the leaders of today, not even the leaders of tomorrow. He also takes a man who understands the youth are like the people in the middle class. They raise the younger ones and take care of the older persons. So I want to thank you sincerely. And I want to say this, for things that you have even said. We'll be doing a meeting of the South Zone, I think in 2 weeks from now. I'm going to discuss what you just said. And also by His grace, an award will be presented to you for this that you have said at that event. Because for somebody to have come out and said, I'm going to use my resources to host an event, it's not easy. So once again, I want to thank you very much on behalf of the management and executive of National Council of Nigeria, South Zone. We say thank you very much and God bless you, sir.
You're welcome.
Then on the commitment on the Council of the Zone, I want to assure you that we're going to do our best and make the tournament in future to be a very success, and also to let you know that when you are ready to receive us, I will mobilize the state chairman across the zone to come and see you so that we can sit down, look at it, what we need to do to make it a successful event. Once again, thank you very much, and may God continue to bless you.
Amen.
And increase your friction so that at the end of the day, we'll be proud of ourselves, but also proud of you.
Amen.
For this that you have said. Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome. So look at our target, the rural area. Those young people that has no voice. We are going to start this tournament from the grassroots. That is a word. The earlier we start it, the better. So that by this time next year, we'll now be we'll start with the ward, the list, so that everybody will have opportunity to participate. Those who win at the ward level, they will now play at is it local government level you mentioned?
Yes.
Then after the local government level, then state level, then before now, they will
now come to the zone.
The zone, yeah. That is how we are going to do it. So we are going to ensure that those at the grassroots level, those people that have no opportunity to be featured, okay? Those are my target. And I want to assure you, if we get it right at the South level, then from there we'll move to the national level. It's going to be an annual tournament. To mark this day, because it's something, the UN National Assembly has just declared, and this is the first time, and we are in fact, many people are not even aware. Have you heard about World Football Day before?
I think this is the first time. That's why I said I'm so happy that a day like this has been created.
It has been
set aside.
Yeah, first time we are celebrating World Football Day. Everybody knows about football. Everybody has been talking about football, but World Football Day happens to be today. And we are grabbing this opportunity. The tournament, the final, the grand final, the grand ceremony will be on a day like this. We are not just, when we gather, we will not just be talking about football. The next time we'll gather, we'll not just be talking about football. We'll actually play football. Okay?
Yeah.
So, and you are going to start immediately so that by next year, come May 25, all the world, all the local government, they have wrapped up. And then we will be proud to say, yes, we'll now come together to play the final on a day like this to mark World Football Day. And it's going to be an annual event. Okay? So if this first one works out, as I said, it's going to be an annual event. And then, and congratulations, you are part of the history. Because anytime it is mentioned, you will remember a day like this. Okay?
Yeah, thank you very much.
You will remember a day like this. So, we are into youth empowerment. We have done it. You can even Google my name, Reverend Father John Damian Addis here. I have written a lot on youth empowerment, and I'm doing a lot. I have so when you Google the name, you'll see what I've done with young people. And every year I do host football match in my village. Okay?
Yes.
And I'm a footballer myself, so that's why I have interest in football. So it's wonderful discussing with you. And today,
thank you very much.
Today is a historical day. I so much believe in the young people. What you people need, as Oscar keeps saying, Carlo Oscar keeps saying, says we need a mentor, somebody who can bring the young people together. And I've already volunteered myself for this purpose.
Thank you very much, sir.
So
thank you. God bless you.
Whatever we can do, I know our young people are gifted. They are talented. Nigerians are the best, in any area. But all we need to do now is to harness the gift and then showcase, and then give people the platform where they can showcase their gifts and talents. Don't be surprised if this is done well without any this thing. We will be projecting national football, players for the national team through what we are starting today now. Okay?
Yes.
Through what we are starting today, because we are going to be projecting the best, not just, and you will know, all the young people will have equal opportunity. There is nothing like a connection. We are going to, that's why I said grassroots. From the grassroots, and then from there, we'll build it up. So there is nothing like shortcut or maybe because featuring only those who have connection. So from there, we are going to do the best. So that is it.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, sir.
Innocent.
I'm always available anytime you need me, sir.
Okay, thank you very much for availing yourself. And I must commend you because it's just this morning Oscar told me about you and you make yourself available. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
You have also vision. And I pray that God will use people like you to help the young people. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir.
Once again, we are discussing about World Football Day. That is what we are celebrating today. And our brother Innocent has done justice to this discussion. I want to commend all of you. Some comments, people are commending you. Somebody from UK.
Thank you, sir.
UK.
Thank you.
UK, let's see some of the comments that are coming up. People are celebrating you. Shedrack from Mozambique. May God bring your dream to reality. That's
Amen.
Brother Shedrack from Mozambique.
Amen.
Augustina from United States of America is okay. And then Anastasia, okay, many congratulations. And may God Almighty continue to inspire you. And may this initiative come to its fruition in Jesus' name. That's Anastasia. Anastasia, our coordinator from UK. And then, so, other ones are praying for you. They are commending you. It's a wonderful one. The discussion has been wonderful. So, all these our people, we are going to put them together. Let's see what we can do for our youth. So, have a nice day. May God bless you.
Thank you, Amen.
Youth. Augustina said, "Thank you, brother Innocent, for this reflection. God bless you." That's from USA.
Thank you very much, sir.
From USA.
Thank you very much, sir.
Bernadette from UK. Congratulations. Keep up your good work. That's Bernadette Okonjo. Sorry, Bernadette Okonjo is from USA. So keep up your good work.
Thank you.
So all our viewers, thank you very much for your comments. Thank you for your contributions. May God richly bless you all. And tomorrow, same time tomorrow, we shall continue with our daily celebration. Till then, remain blessed. Shalom.